Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully we should now be live on the Marvel Strike Force YouTube channel for an episode of the Daily Grind. We are going to be doing the level 65 raid, so we got the Venom one, we got the Ultimates one, and we've also got the Loki Blitz as well. So yeah, quite a bit to smash out today, but I thought, you know, we've got to do this, so we might as well do it live. And I'm assigned to be on, what is it, the right path here. I'm not too sure if somebody's taken my path today, but anyway, let's go far right here and go a little bit deeper into Cosmic here. Bring in Black Widow for this one because we need some of the exclusive Cosmic champions like Strange and Drax. Maybe for the later nodes where we don't have access to some of the global characters. So anyway, let's turn on the free time speed multiplier and go for this. We're just kind of getting everything daily out of the way because we've got two more things special for Marvel Strike Force that I want to do today, which is Day 2 of the Dark Dimension. So we had yesterday's stream, which went so well, man. I watched a few other streams and gameplay runs, and yesterday was insane, man. It went so incredibly well, and it looks by the look of it that I don't think any notifications for the live stream have gone out. We finally got our first viewer, Aerodynamic. Dude, hope you're doing well today, mate. But yeah, unfortunately, YouTube appears to have let us down a little bit today. But, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Right. So, we're trying to get the Spider-Man down here. The kill order, I guess, doesn't matter to a certain extent too much, because everything should drop, but we have had a couple of bad dodges with the Spider-Man there. Let's chuck down the ultimate, just get the heal off, top up while we can, because, you know, Thanos is getting so much ability energy from the kills that it's just great for keeping him sustained up there. Right, oh man, these Spider-Men have been dodging left, right, and center today. Right, let's get that additional turn, get Hawkeye down. Let's go for an Electra kill here. And then let's try and get this Electra down if we can. Let's just get the Taunt for a little bit of safety. And do we want to blind this Nebula? We might as well. We'll probably get the energy back. And we've got, what is it, Star-Lord's ultimate to use soon. Just use the speed up on Black Widow. Yeah, this fight's pretty much over. Just trying to save the really high value abilities on the rest of the Guardians for the next node so we can get through it. Hey, what is up, TSM Zeus? Hope you're doing well. Torna, thank you very much for the incredibly kind words there. Jonathan, good evening to you as well. How much is Hyperion going to go for? I think anything over 2.5 should be 5 Hyperion in MCOC. Because he's, I don't know, well, yeah, probably like 3.5 is super safety if you want, but he's quite, you know, he's been out in the game for almost 2 years now, so a lot of people do have the character, and he's also available as a 5-star, so, I don't know, Hyperion is a very good one to get though, but I'd say at least 2.5 if you are going for Hyperion and you do want to get him. Oh man, that's damn, that's such a savage mind control. Yeah, I should have maybe gone for Drax in the team here instead of Yondu. That was a bit of a miss team setup in my opinion. Right, we are. You live and you learn. Let's use the ultimate on Thor, secondary on Star-Lord, and hopefully we can get Rocket down. Let's just go ahead and blind, just in case Star-Lord's basic didn't kill, because I think we got Yondu's Yak at our next turn, which can clean up that Yocket. That Yocket? That Rocket. Yocket Yakun, man. Best character in the game. Alright, there's only 3 of them left, so I think we'll use the ultimate here on Cable. Just get him down. And just use the basic on Groot. Go for the slash there. Oh, unfortunately, Nebula got the revive there. But there we go, she's down now. Oh, thank you very much, Anthony. Hello Alex, hope you're doing well today. Capitalist Pig, what is up my man? Hope you're doing well today, man. Good to see you on the live stream. Oh, thank you very much, Zeus. Subsea back in the UK, the place to be. I am indeed, my friend. Still feeling a little bit, what is it, hit down by that post-Comic-Con flu, but we ain't doing too bad, my man. We ain't doing too bad. Very much looking forward to, we got so much to live stream today, but I'm looking forward to Day 2 of the Dark Dimension, just because Day 1 went so well, man. We had a really, really good time there. Some sick runs. What do I think of the Venom movie? I went in with very low expectations, and it wasn't too bad. But I'm more excited for the sequel, I must say. there is going to be a sequel. I don't know if it's been 100% confirmed yet, but we'll see what happens on that one. But it was alright. I didn't think it was to the caliber and standard of a lot of the kind of main Marvel Cinematic movies, but it was not too bad. It could have been worse. There was some good scenes in it. But I can see if you were a very die-hard Venom fan, how you might have wanted maybe a little bit more from it, or something a little bit different from the movie. So I can very much understand that perspective on that. Right, let's go ahead and use the Ultimate Slash on Gamora. We got some energy coming in. Oh, unfortunately not. That's still a really sick cleanup from Gamora there. Just unlocked Fury to it too. Oh, congratulations, man. I have, what is it? The Kree minions to go for that mission. So I think we're going to do that a little bit later today on video. So I think the plan with Strike Force is probably do the live stream, kind of grind out all the stuff that I need to do on a daily basis, just for the Alliance and Blitz. And then I think we are going to look at jumping into a Nick Fury video, and then going to do some of the Dark Dimension live. Okay, let's go for this boomer here. See if we can get Yondu down as well. Maybe a little bit too optimistic there. Right, let's get the chain on. Let's get a kill Drax. Yeah, not quite. I'm looking forward to that level 70 Gamora though. It'll be quite nice there. Hopefully that's going to get the Stitcher down. Gets that Gamora down there. Do you want to go for Nebula now? Yeah, let's go for a bit of offense down on Nebula. Just the hard hit there. Just to make sure she dies. Because we should be able to get the energy back from the kills here. So we've turn 1 taunt. Hopefully back on Thanos. Yeah, there we go. We're definitely have a turn 1 taunt next one. Awesome. What's that? Should I just download hacks so I can complete Blitz and Dark Dimension like almost all of the leaderboard? I'm not really too sure if you checked it, my friend. I feel like that's a bit of a sarky old comment there. But all the leaderboards, they got banned, mate. They got banned. So I would advise against hacking if you enjoy your account not being banned. That'd be my personal piece of advice. But that's pretty much it, man. You always have, in games like this, people who hack, people who cheat, but it does catch up on them eventually. And then they're going to have their account banned, and their time will be even more wasted than it already was. So yeah, it's up to you, man. If you like to be smacked by that ban hammer one day, certainly go for it. Yo, what's up, Quentin? This is a very early live stream for myself. I could see some more Strike Force streams. Hope I enjoyed New York. New York was absolutely fantastic, my friend. We had a great time. Met so many incredible people. Yeah, what is it? I realized New York Comic Con helped me to further realize how unphysically fit I am. Because walking around for 4 days, you know, we were up since about 8 AM walking about, and my little backpack on. Just by the last day, like, I think by the end of the second day, like, carrying around a backpack all day, my shoulder was starting to, like, hurt quite a bit. But by the end of the last day, man, literally, I could not move it. I was proper freaking out Sunday evening, man. I was like, I have torn my shoulder, I've totally F'd something up. And I did the worst possible thing that anybody can do in that scenario, which is Google. I can't move my shoulder I can't move my arm above my head. And then the first thing that came up was like something like you've torn a muscle and it's going to take 6 months to repair. So it's just kind of lying there in bed like, oh my gosh, am I going to be immobilized for the next 6 months? This is incredibly bad news, especially for my girlfriend. So yeah, then I woke up the next morning and it was fine. So sleep on it, boys. That is the lesson of the day. Doing well, just doing the daily grind. What deal would I like to see Saturday? I think somebody data mine the deals. I think they data mine the deals, but I don't think they data mine the prices. I'm interested to see, because this is the first time that they've been like, whoa, we're going to have a crazy sale event. And I'm interested to see what they consider a crazy good sale. Hopefully by their standards. So I'm interested to just find out what they're gonna put up as a quote-unquote good offer. Wanna go for Mordo? Yeah, I was hoping for a bit more slashing there. I think we should have... oh no, we've been ability blocked on Rocket. Okay, so we can blind Doctor Strange. That's going to mitigate Winds of Watum. So that's going to entirely miss our squad there. And let's chuck down... Let's just get topped up a little bit on Thanos here. Chuck down the single target on Rocket. And if we get... oh yeah, this will just get Doctor Strange down here. Never Google your medical symptoms. Exactly, Dixie. That is the #1 rule. Because it's always like, it's either you're going to die or you've got 7 forms of cancer. Maybe both, if you Google any of your medical syndromes. 1 Mega Orb for $35. Oh, gosh, I certainly hope not. I hope that the deals are like absolutely ridiculously good. Like, you know, a couple of dollar deals for some really, like, you know, nice bulk of stuff. That'd be really, really good to see. Because I like super offer days in mobile games, because, you know, the majority of the time when you're playing free-to-play mobile games, like, the offers are just absolutely abysmal. They're so rubbish. We're gonna go for the kill here, or maybe that was a little bit too optimistic, but yeah, it's okay, man. We got some good damage through there. Gamora puts in work though on this cosmic lane. Let's go for the snipe there, but that Gamora like Thanos synergy, you can see she's just clearing stuff up left, right, and center. Right, Rocket probably needs to die. Star-Lord needs to die as well. Come on. Oh, did I have the ultimate there? Yeah, I think I missed out on using the ultimate. Oh well, mistakes were made. Right, let's track down the energy bomb. Smack in. And there we go. Groot is down. So I think that's pretty much toward the end of the part. Well, as far on the path as I'm interested in going, in all honesty. So there we go. We should be able to... we've been fairly getting consistently like 60% in strike rate Alpha 3. But now let's go into the 65 rate and show off some hopefully quite dank gameplay. Hopefully we're not going to get too wrecked today. But this one, to a certain extent, I have insane days where I can get like just a couple of nodes away from Ultimus without using like any items at all. And I have days where, like, you know, Night Nurse or Vision or Quake will get like sniped on the first node. So yeah, we'll have to find out, but it's all a roll of the dice as well. The data mine said the deals are like 70% off. Yeah, you're definitely right there, Dixie. They're always like, it's like save 100% and buy 1 million gold, which you're going to use in the fraction of 5 seconds for $35. Like, I think one of the biggest mistakes that Marvel Strike Force is making is actually making gold an issue. I don't think they should make gold an issue in a game like this, just because I think there are so many ways to do endgame progression and do good progression without gimping like a very basic character resource. You know, you've got a lot of different ways that you can increase the strength of your characters in this game, and gold is just not really one that people want to, at least from the best of my knowledge and experience, spend money on, especially when everything's so crappy. So yeah, I don't think they should make gold a problem personally. Because, you know, for example, you know, you've got like ability materials. What else do you have? So you've got ability materials, you've got character shards, you've got gear, and gear itself, man, is absolutely insane, especially when it comes to the higher tiers. But just, you know, I think gold is just such an off-putting problem as well, because it doesn't allow you to experiment around with a lot of different teams, and that's the direction that they're pushing the game in quite heavily. But also, at the same time, like, when a brand new character comes out, it's so hard to get excited about new characters as well, because I guess I speak for myself here, but I can imagine approximately about 99% of the audience would relate to this as well. You know, when you get a brand new character, you're like, oh, am I going to be able to upgrade this character anytime soon, or do I need to, you know, level all of my, like, top performing characters at the moment, beef up my, like, my raid teams and stuff, and the characters that are already really good, really up there. And if it's a brand new character, you feel less inclined to take the gamble because you don't know how good that character is going to be, if that makes sense. So, you know, it's kind of like everybody's using the same characters because we don't have enough gold to upgrade all of the other characters that come into the game. So yeah, I think that's just one of the biggest mistakes, personally, that Marvel Strike Force are making. And it seems to be the general feeling. Whenever you have a look on Reddit or anything like that, it's just gold, gold, gold. Everybody needs gold, and it shouldn't be a problem. But I didn't really know why they're trying to make it a problem, because to the best of my knowledge, nobody wants to buy gold. Whenever the gold offers come out, and it's a very unsatisfying purchase as well when you do buy gold in the game, just because it doesn't really touch the sides, it doesn't really do much. So I feel like they're just kind of putting themselves in a hole, personally. Struggling to get ability materials. I think that's kind of the bigger problem, is that there's just so much stuff that's like a really big grind to get. Like, if they got rid of the gold problem, then that's just one less thing to worry about, and then you've got ability materials. Ability materials, to a certain extent, aren't too bad. Then I wouldn't say they're anywhere near as bad as gold once you start kind of punching in like 30 to 60% on those 65 raids, which does take some time, and you know, you need those materials to really get up there as well. So it takes a little while to get on the horse, so to speak, but it'd be nice to see some more ways to get ability materials as well, because it is a little bit annoying, especially when it comes to the orange ones, kind of the rarity of them, and how slow you get them, and how many you need for characters. You know, it's such a slog. It's such a slog at the moment. But I don't mind them having, like, certain resources that are quite hard to obtain, but just, you know, make the basic stuff, like, easy to obtain, man. Like, it's just bloody annoying. Oh, okay, right. I'm just getting, what is it? Your storage space is running incredibly low. Let me just double check that we are not about to, crash the... Oh shit, the computer is about to crash. Right, okay. Let's fix problems. How do we fix problems? Okay, fantastic. There we go. Sorry lads, just trying to sort this out so we can not crash the live stream today. That'd be really great. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me just empty. Sorry, I'm just having to delete a few video files to bring up some room here. Right, I think we should be saved for now. Okay, we're safe for now. That's alright, boys. Oh, my goodness. Oh no, advanced basic catalysts, dude, are a huge bitch to farm. They are such a pain in the ass. Right, we want to ability block Drax here. Let's use this just to mitigate a lot of the damage on the Captain America here. See if we can get the slow on Drax as well. Okay, we don't need to use the stun, that'd be a little bit wasted. Right, how's the like in-game audio? Does it look a little bit mistimed to anybody else, or is that just me? So I think it might have, what is it, lagged a little bit and mistimed the audio there, so I might need to reconnect Reflector. But yeah, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Right, okay, so we got the bleed. The other Drax is going to die. Let's use the Taunt on Captain America here. Let's just get rid of the Taunt, I suppose. Get the slow on both of these Winter Soldiers. Captain America is going to soak up these big juicy hits. Right, that's going to mitigate the second one quite a bit. And there we go. Let's get Captain America topped up. Get this other one. Yeah, I thought so as well. Okay, I'll reset Reflector 2 after this. Because yeah, I was very much noticing that myself. It's not usually this bad. Just use the basic hits and then we'll quickly go for a restart on this. Right, Drax is down, those knives are on the floor, and let me just quickly close the connection here so we can open it again. And let me just reset Reflector. Fantastic. Can we get a new tier list? There hopefully will be a new tier list I'm going to say the next like couple of weeks, because I need to catch up on quite a few stuff now that I'm back. But yeah, I really do want to do a new tier list and kind of look at a better way to communicate my my previous tier list and stuff. But Sai, thank you very much for the, what is it, 20 rupee super chat, man. Absolute mad love to you. Let's get you up there as, what is it, blubberiest whale of the day. I think that's the equivalent of about, is it something about approximately $2 US? So yeah, thank you very much, man. Just got my Loki to tier 12 today. Oh man, you know what? I really wish I could use my friggin' Loki in the Dark Dimension. That'd be really, really sick. Absolutely love Loki. Actually, how much do we have left on this node? Okay, we have quite a bit, so I'm just gonna go in for the standard what is it? Tech team tactic that I use in this one. So it's Vision in the middle. Do I use Iron Man? Do we usually use Iron Man? I don't think it's Iron Man actually. That's Crossbones here. And somebody's been taking this node from me. I think it's Black Mamba has been, what is it, doing this node. So, usually I don't have to do it, but I don't think he's figured out quite how to one-shot it yet. But this team usually works fairly consistently for one-shotting this node. Oh, thank you very much, Rakshi. Appreciate it. Going for Nick Fury. I am a little bit later today. I wanted to do a video on it. So yeah, we're going to sort that one out very soon. Okay, right, so Crossbones is going to get Black Panther and Daredevil down, so we should, and also now Black Widow as well. So let's go for the Newcon Spider-Man or Deadpool. Spider-Man's a little bit safer, I suppose. Oh, I was going to say, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so we need to blind here. Who are we going to blind? Captain America. Might use his defense up. Okay, that's not too much of an issue there. Right, we've still got the other two to come down. Right, got the detonate there on Crossbones. And let's go for the nuke on Quake if we can. Target that Gamora. Let's get Deadpool down with Star-Lord's ultimate. Vision's punch, I think, should finish off both of them. And we just got, yeah, Captain America to get down here. Sword boys. Oh, my goodness. For this team, man, that is the best team for consistently one-shotting that node. But that was, you know, only a half-cocked, what is it, lineup that we had to fight there. Wasn't too shabby at all to deal with. Now let's get Black Widow in. Vision as well. Let's load up Captain America and Night Nurse. And this one is a little bit of a roulette wheel to a certain extent. Because you do sometimes get wrecked by bad hand RNG. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stun the archer here, and then we're gonna use defense up and ability block, and I'm hoping this hits the other archer. Okay, unfortunately didn't hit the one that we had already stunned, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. The best thing to do usually is slow this side, just to slow everybody down a bit. Okay, it looks like we should be in for a good recovery spot now. Gonna chuck this at the Blade Master here, and I want to apply this. I'm hoping this hits the other, what is it, Assassin as well. Fantastic. Offense down should go on at everybody else. And let's use this. Hopefully it goes onto the sentry as well. Okay, not quite, unfortunately, there. We still got time to get the sentry down, though. Just use the ultimate. Get a few of these lads down. Okay. Let's get that hand assassin down. Oh no, revives for days, man. Oh, everybody keeps on coming back from the dead. It's awfully inconvenient. Do we want to stun anyone here? Let's stun that hand assassin. Again, so many revives, man. What an annoyance. Oh, I probably shouldn't have used the speed up there. Oh well, it's okay. We're getting so many revives, so this is plenty of time to reset ability cooldowns here. I want another revive. How many revives have we friggin' had this fight, man? I swear that was like 7 or 8. So many, man. what's that? Nick Fury Ultimate will be my first. Well, Nick Fury seems like a pretty good character to invest in. But yeah, there we go. That's the run so far today. Sick one, man. We haven't died any times at all, so that's awfully great time. And let's go for a little bit of the Loki Blitz now. Let's go for actually one match in arena, and then we'll go into the Loki Blitz here. I haven't been reading a lot of the what is it, data mine stuff. Does anybody know how you get or gonna get Ultron? Is he a reward from the hard mode Dark Dimension, or is he like another type of reward? Okay, let's just plop that down. And what do we want to use here? I think it's the blind on vision. Yeah, awesome. Just to prevent getting ability blocked there. And let's remove this so we can maybe go for crossbones. Obviously vision dodge there, but it's not too much of a pain in the ass. Use the explosion, that should kill Black Widow. And then we've got Iron Man's ultimate, that has ripped my Hawkeye. Oh, come on, please say we can get him down. Fantastic news there. Thinking about the play here. Maybe that'll make a dent in vision. Right, let's use Rocket's ultimate, go for Iron Man. Hey, what is up, Maverick? Dude, thank you very much for the super chat today, sir. Maybe I've missed it, but any tips on who to use Venom with and how to use him? So I'm going to be playing a little bit of Venom in Arena today. I haven't done any specific videos on Venom yet, because I've been away at Comic-Con for the last week and a bit, so I'm quite behind on the Marvel Strike Force content and the main channel content as well. But in Blitz, I've been using him with a villains team, and it's been working out quite well. I don't think there are like any super specific combos. I feel like just villains tends to work quite well with Venom. But Venom's a bit of an interesting one because he's quite a slow character, but at the very same time, all of his turns are quite high impact because his abilities, like, they do quite a bit. There's, you know, every single attack you have on Venom, it doesn't really feel like a waste. It feels like a good move to use. You know, there's some very high value in it, if that at all makes sense. So yeah, I don't know, I've been using him on the villains team and he seems to be working quite well, but I feel like in certain scenarios there are going to be combos with Venom and debuffs and maybe Mystics in the future. But just in terms of kind of my Blitz teams and how I've set up stuff, it just seems to be kind of the villains team that I've built him into with, what is it, Thanos, Elektra, Kingpin, and also Yondu. So those are the characters that I'm personally using him with at the moment, and I haven't geared him up enough to kind of see him in action when it comes to stuff like raids yet. But yeah, Venom seems a little bit interesting. I'm interested to get the chat's thoughts on Venom. What have you been using him for, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know. If you've been using him for raids, anybody used him in their level 65 raids at all? I imagine, like, if you are a fairly newer player, it might be good for some of the lower raids. But I think he's going to have a lot of synergy with kind of generally the villains and mystic characters, I would say. And he's also very good for, what is it, Spider-Man, because he gets a lot more focus against them. So he's much more likely to land his hits on a Spider-Man. So see, my buddy says you get Ultron from the Dark Dimension. The other part, he said, I don't know. I think it might be the second part, because I think the second part does have, what is it, Ultron as the, what is it, the poster boy for the second part of the Dark Dimension. So yeah, I'm not really too sure about that one, man, but Ultron looks pretty ridiculous there. Okay, so the Dark Dimension does unlock Ultron. So I assume it's probably going to be the second one. What happened to all those people that 100% the Dark Dimension? I assume they all probably got banned, my friend. Probably permanently. That would be my assumption as well. So yeah, they took him off smacked him off the leaderboard fairly quickly there. Right, who do we want to go for next? Let's just go for an all-hand team and then maybe make our way into some infinite teams. I don't want to use the recharges on any of the shield characters today, just because I want to do some, like, you know, Nick Fury video a little bit later. Okay, so it's the second Dark Dimension. A few people are saying it unlocks Ultron there. Venom works well with Scarlet Witch, Strange, Mordo, Spidey. Yeah, I think there are some interesting combos. Debuff characters seem good, but it's one of those things where I kind of have like a villains team, but I also have a Mystic team, and my Mystic team is full at the moment, and I don't really need like a character like Venom wouldn't be doing anything in my Mystic team. So it just doesn't really have too much of a purpose there at the moment. But I think the ability to spread debuffs is going to be circumstantially quite valuable for the right fight. Maybe with Scarlet Witch as well, there's maybe some potential insane debuff locks that you can get going in the future for fights that might be very susceptible to effects like blind. So yeah, who knows, man, but there's a lot of potential with Venom, I reckon. But I don't think, I don't know. Just need to play around with the character a little bit more. It's always a little bit hard to compare characters in this game as well, just because there's so much, what is it, power difference in terms of like stars and gear levels and level of the character you have. So it's hard to compare, you know, like a partially geared, partially leveled Venom to like, you know, my fully maxed out like Yondu or Quake. Can I please do Mystic 2-9 on stream? It got buffed and I'm having a hard time. I don't remember, and I don't have the energy to do it today, unfortunately, my dude. But what was the kind of main problem with Mystic 2-9? But I'm not too sure if anybody in chat might be able to give you some, what is it, helping words of advice. Should we go for Orkree? Yeah, why not? Orkree and the sniper here. I heard first offense was a 3-day ban, then permanent. I could be wrong. Cheats just grind my gears. I just don't really see much of a point in it, in all honesty. Because you just get it... Yeah, it just gets cracked down so easily. But they definitely do need to do something about cheaters, especially when it comes to modes of gameplay like Blitz. Because Blitz as... a mode of gameplay needs like a massive overhaul to the rewards, in my opinion. Like there need to be substantially more people that can get the top like 1,500 rewards. So they need to expand the brackets a great deal. Because I feel like the Blitz cutoffs, you know, the top 1,500 is so much more than it used to be in terms of work and effort. And it's just getting to a level where it's ridiculous. They even need to expand it by like 3 or 4 times, or add in like simultaneous blitzes, so you have like a choice of which character blitzes to farm and stuff like that. And you know, having like 2 blitzes active at once might go a little bit of the way to helping something like the gold problem. Yeah, Derek, dude, if you want to ask people to join, if you want to advertise, you know, you being a very OG, what is it, supporter of the channel, very happy for you to personally advertise for, what is it, your alliance here. Give you that wrench. Should I continue to focus on my Raid 1 team, which is at 98k, or focus on other teams? Well, it really depends what's in that team, to be honest, Andrew. It's a little bit hard for me to tell you if you should focus on your Raid Team 1 without knowing the contents of that team. But yeah, man, let me know which characters you are looking for advice on whether or not you should focus on, and I'll let you know which ones are the most valuable. But also, it kind of depends, you know, what you're trying to do in the game at the moment. But I think for a lot of people, it's just kind of getting a lot of teams together that can perform well and sustain decently in terms of the raids. Right, who do we want in the middle? So I think we want the Shield Trooper. Let's get the Shield Medic in the mix as well. Let's get a bit of Shield Assault there. Actually, no, we want Shield Security there, Shield Assault. And finally, the Shield Operative. I think the first Loki Blitz was spot on. Yeah. No, the first Loki Blitz was... It was good that they made Loki a 2-star unlock. I really enjoyed that. I think this one has is it orb fragments instead of Loki shards at the lower tiers? Because they tend to do that for the second round of it. Oh, did I hear Scarlett Johansson has finally signed on for a standalone Black Widow movie? I didn't, but that's great news. Crazy. Thank you very much for sharing, if true, man. That sounds good. Really look forward to seeing that, man. I know they've been talking about a standalone Black Widow movie for quite some time. Right, let's crossbones down. Let's go for Spider-Man now if we can. And then the Boomer, then Punisher. But I really want to get to some slightly more exciting teams than this one. There we go. The Shield team, man, it's just an auto-play team for the most part. Right, let's go ahead and move on to the next team. Climb up the ladder a little bit. We always go from the worst teams to the best ones. Who's probably the worst team now? To be honest, all the teams from here onward are quite good. Maybe the Mystics next. Yeah, screw it, why not? Let's go Mystics, just because they'll have quite low rating. Because they're not really that good, so they don't have as many points in comparison. Let's go for this matchup. Got a Crossbones, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Quake. Shouldn't be too bad. Nah, I'm proper excited for it, man. Hopefully they do some good justice to the standalone Black Widow movie. The target there, what is it? Stun at Spider-Man. Try and get him controlled. What is it? Offense down on Quake here. Maybe it would have been a better idea to do it on Wolverine, actually. Let's nuke Spider-Man while he's stunned and he can't evade. Summon some Loki minions. I really like Loki, man. He's definitely one of my favourite characters that they've released this year. Just, I'm very tempted to... I think you need to be like level 68, but Loki's upgraded ultimate, where he summons more minions, will... give the whole team stealth up from 1 turn to 2 turns, which is massive. Like anything that lasts 2 turns is so much more valuable than 1 turn, because you know when you're using stuff that only lasts for 1 turn, often you'll like fire it off, and then you know the character will have the turn like very shortly, and the effect will go. But if it's another turn, you guarantee that you know a whole of their speed bar you're going to have that effect. And when it's stealth, it really turns those additional Loki minions into tanks, which in terms of you know a Mystic team is definitely going to help with the survivability quite a bit. So yeah, I really want that one, man. That is definitely toward the top of my list there. Do you know if there's an issue with the Ultimus Orbs? I think... I don't know if I remember reading something about it somewhere on, like, Reddit. It seems familiar, though. I feel like it's something I've heard of, John, but I'm not exactly too sure what's going on with the Ultimus Orbs. But if you have a look on, what is it? The Marvel Strike Force team Reddit, I think they replied to something about Ultimus Orbs recently. Right, I think Auto Fight should pretty much clench this one now. Easy game, easy life, boys. Okay, so the electrical pulse is saying, John, that the right pillar at the moment is giving gold or cores instead of Ultimus shards. So yeah, don't open Ultimus Orb seems to be the advice right now, my friend. 2-8 is the one where you have to protect the 2 shield people. Now the second wave has too many rifle troopers to control. Seems a little bit crazy, my friend. I'm just trying to think what would be some potentially good options there. I think I used Mordo for that one quite a bit, because the I think the blind was very valuable against those rifle troopers, if I remember. But I don't know if anything has changed, and unfortunately I wish I had the energy to do it. But anyway, let's jump into Blitz again. Loki's ultimate will be my first save of my orange mats, but do you think you have to be level 70 to get the ult upgraded? I am not too sure. You might be correct there, Chris. That would sound about right. Alright, let's go for Spider-Man here. Oh, very nice turn. I'm going to use the ultimate just because I think that should kill Spider-Man, and that's what I want just before he applies defense down to everyone there. Let's rebalance the health, get some deflex up. Or deflex. I don't know why I'm pronouncing the D there. Who should we nuke? Okay, let's get offense down on Wolverine here. Let's ruin his turn a little bit. Oh, I didn't know Thanos had an energy bomb coming up. Okay, fair play. Let's use the stealth there. Let's stun. Okay, extend that for another turn just so Wolverine won't be able to do anything there. Rip Scarlet Witch, but we can get her up with Doctor Strange. Let's flip some buffs here. Okay, that's exactly what we wanted. Oh no, we can't get through to Deadpool now. It's been a bit of a messy kill, to be fair. I should have maybe gone for Thanos first. Okay, can we get the stun on Wolverine? Fantastic. Unfortunately, Deadpool got a bit too much of a heal off there. Let's get everybody topped up, bring Scarlet Witch back. And, oh yeah. Oh no, Wolverine! Ah, that's a fun little interaction. Even when stunned, opponents will break out their stun if they are mind controlled by the look of it. I think that's what occurred there. In my opinion, one of the best orange abilities. I've only used one at the moment on Vision's basic, and I think that's like one of the best ones. I'm going to make a, what is it? It's on the list, the very long list of a lot of video guides that I would like to do. But yes, Vision's basic is definitely one. But then it kind of depends what, you know, I've been having a little bit of a look out to see, because when it comes to like really rare endgame upgrades, it's kind of always asking that question of like, which characters need these in order to do the stuff that is really challenging at the moment. You know, what are the essentials? And I think the Dark Dimension is maybe going to give us some ideas as well. But at the moment it seems like the level 65 raid is the main reason to use your upgrade materials. So yeah, Vision has been by far one of the most awesome upgrades. I think Loki's going to be very valuable for the level 65 raids once I've got him up a little bit more. I just hope that they make Loki like a super easily farmable character so I can get him to 7-star man, because 7-star Loki would be so sick. I'd really enjoy that. Okay, gonna get Quake down, need to get Hawkeye down as well. He's probably gonna get a chance to use his blind, I would assume. Oh, we're very close there though. Get Hulk down now, nuke into him while he has this defense up. To be honest, we can just auto this. There's nothing really to worry about at the moment. Got a 5-star Loki, G10 Punisher to G11. Where is he going to be able to be the best? Do you think he will be arena viable with a 2-turn stealth maybe? I think so. I think a lot of Loki is balanced around the 2-turn stealth. And I think with characters like Hand Sentry, and maybe Thanos as well for energy funnels, there's going to be some interesting stuff that could potentially be done with Loki, but it's hard for me to say for certain until I've got the character and can play around with him. So yeah, I think he's going to be quite good though for certain stuff. I'm not really too sure about Arena, just because tech characters are so powerful in Arena and so incredibly, like, you know, defensive with vision, but also very immediately bursty as well. So they can have quite a bit of a punch to them. But anyway, next turn we want to bring in, what is it? So we want Elektra, and we also want Venom as well, and then we want Yondu. So this is the team that I'm using Venom on currently. Which I had Bullseye in here previously, but Venom has definitely upped the win rate of this one, just in comparison. He's so blooming useful for dealing with all sorts of stuff. But again, we're at quite a low multiplier at the moment, so all of these matchups are fairly straightforward here. Yeah, Nick Fury plus Shield team seems to be one of the best for general sustainability from what I've seen. It's that and the old Captain America, Black Widow, Night Nurse, Quake, and Vision, or Yondu, or Doctor Strange, or sometimes Mordo, depending on exactly what you're looking for. Right, so next turn, my Yondu is going to get that Yondu down. So I think we are just going to nuke into Quake here. Because that triple bleed man is crazy, and the ability block as well. Maybe I should have used that on Captain America. But essentially, like, that one ability has just killed Quake. With especially Yondu's Yak arrow coming in next turn. Just straight in the bin, mate. Get through the taunt on Captain America. We got double bleed. Just one punch on Thanos, but he's going to die next turn as well. But yeah, Venom's sick, man. Again, he's a little bit slower, but just every turn you feel like you make a big dent, or you really impact the board. So I love Venom, man. He's good fun. Has any of the content creators still got access to the test servers? I'm not really too sure, to be honest. I haven't seen many of them. But it certainly would be handy. I don't know. I might try and get back in contact at some point with the old Fox lads and see if yeah, have a bit of a chat, see what's up. Certainly had a very fun time speaking to some of those Kabam employees at New York Comic Con. It's certainly quite good. Actually had a really good catch up with some people and managed to squash a few past beefs there. Look at that, look at that. That's crazy turn on Gamora there. Got rid of all of her buffs, flipped it, got the bleed. Whoa, mate. I'm telling you, Venom, I like Venom, man. I think he's got a lot of very interesting potential. But also, I think he's quite easy to fight because he's quite a slow character. But when you're playing the character and you're in control of a lot of his decisions, I feel like that's where he gets a lot more value from. But when the AI is playing him mindlessly, he doesn't seem super great. Oh my gosh, there was somebody at, what was it, so I went to the Apple store at the airport because I needed to buy some new headphones just on the way back. And I was chatting to a guy at the counter, and I had like my New York, Comic-Con press pass on. And we just having a little bit of small talk, how's your trip to New York and stuff, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh yeah, I make videos on YouTube for Marvel games. I play Marvel Contest of Champions and Marvel Strike Force. And he was like, oh dude, no way, man, I got both of those games downloaded on my phone as well. And then he whips out his phone and he shows me his Marvel Strike Force roster, and then he starts talking about some of the characters. He's like, yeah, like, Venom just came out, but I don't really think Venom's that good. He's nothing like my top boy, Wolverine. And I'm like, oh no, what are you doing? It's level 62, man. Level 62. His top character was Wolverine. He hadn't even upgraded the Mordo or the Night Nurse. So, yeah, absolutely lovely man. Gave me some fantastic advice on headphones, but I wasn't overly willing to take his advice when it came to what was it? Marvel Strike Force. It didn't seem the best. Oh, thank you very much, Capitalist Pig. We didn't do too bad at all, man. Like, I think especially on the last day, man, I was really happy with how I played in that the competition final. It's just Vex, man, after me. Got so lucky with Archangel. It's so stupid. Like, the RNG was absolutely ridiculous. Every single parry, man, just got exactly what he wanted off it. But aside from that, it was a good time, and I'm very happy I got that Thanos down on the final day. And if we had gone last on the first day, we might have been in a scenario where we could have beat Legacy and won the whole thing, because I'm sick at Marvel Contest of Champions. But Wolverine is my boy! Yo, I like Wolverine as a character as much as the next man, but unfortunately he is a little bit lacking in Marvel Strike Force. He's incredibly slow, and just nowhere near kind of bursty and effective enough to make much of a dent in a lot of characters. And I really wish he was better. I didn't mean to actually do that there. Oh well, I guess that kind of maybe helped. Did we applied offense down? Okay, yeah. Again, I should have used the triple bleed there. So if Crossbones detonates, it's entirely my fault. Alright, let's use the bomb on Thanos here. Oh, man, that was a really nice bomb. Alright, let's flip those buffs on Gamora. That buff flip is just so sick, man. It's so sick. Oh, I love it. Right, auto fight the rest of it. Sorted. What do I think about Marvel Future Fight? I haven't played it in quite some time, so I don't really have too much of an opinion at the moment. But I would love to play it if I had a little bit more time. I wish, man. I wish. Synergy with Storm is the only thing I can think of. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I think there are going to be, well, by the look of it, hopefully a lot more mutant characters coming in the next, like 6 months or so. So I'm hoping to see some cool stuff with the mutants in this game. Right, what do we want to go for next? Which team? Probably the Defenders, because they're quite low in terms of their power index. So they're not going to get us too many points, so let's go for that next. Ooh, I'm really excited to see Magneto. I really hope they have Cyclops in the game as well, but Magneto, I feel like they do generally a really, really good job with a lot of the character animations in this game. So I'm interested to see how that character turns out. Do you want to go full nuke on Crossbones? Actually, I'll go for Wind Soldier just so we can hit, yeah, at least, well, pretty much the majority of them by the look of it. It's a great team setup here. Let's just spray, get some sick damage going on. Let's just take Crossbones down. Get some counter attacks going on. Use the ultimate on Hulk. And we just need a good cleave. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that just to pump out some ability energy. Chuck the bomb on Punisher. Let's just nuke down if we can. Iron Fist, get Hulk down, and there we go. Sorted, boys. Easy game, easy life. See, I need to listen to that Apple guy about Wolverine. I prefer to not listen to anybody and watch videos. That seems to be my preferred way of learning. Just because I feel like the majority of the time people don't know what they're talking about, but they can convince me that they know what they're talking about by showing me a video of stuff in actual practicality. It's always my favourite, man. Always my favourite stuff. But I'm very open to... that's what I do in Marvel Contest of Champions. It's because so much of the stuff that I've read about... some people do really good character write-ups and stuff, but a lot of people don't. It's kind of my main point. Or don't know how to... you know, don't have a good spectrum for character-based comparisons. Whereas, like, I, you know, watch a lot of the video content that gets put out for both games, just so I can see from other people's perspective how they're using characters and how stuff performs. And video is by far the most powerful format for making a case for, you know, a certain strategy or character, or really anything related to video games being good. So video is power, my lords. That's it at the end of the day. When I make a team with Storm, Wolvie, Skullpoop, and One-Eyed Willy, I can make it an extremely fast team. You know what? I actually haven't tried to make like a full Mutants team at the moment. I haven't got my Storm fully upgraded though, so that might be why. Have you got a team with that combo that's winning at, what is it there, the 4 times multiplier, so right at like 8.3. That's what I'm most curious about. It's, the thing that like mainly concerns me is like large rosters of Blitz players, sorry, Blitz players with large rosters that have like a good like 7 to 8 teams that work very consistently to bag the wins. It's what I'm always very interested to watch. Come on, Seaton, we know you prefer to be called out about a champ by some relatively unknown YouTuber so you can get his name out there more. I mean, you know, it's always a fun time, eh? Always a fun time there, Keith. Yeah, like, you know, anybody that knows me from MCOC knows that I'm very open to good arguments being put forward on characters that I may not fully understand. But I need a good argument that kind of expands a little bit further on my knowledge and shows me why that character is so damn good. That's what I need, boys. No, 100%, Derek. That is my saying. Like, what was it? People keep on banging out about Killmonger in Marvel Contest of Champions. They're like, Killmonger's god tier, see, and And I always reply, I think Killmonger is an incredibly good champion, but I don't know of any scenario where Killmonger is the best champion. And to make the God tier list on Marvel Contest of Champions, you need to show me some cases where Killmonger is the absolute best. I want to see him like putting in some crazy work, and there are, just in pretty much every scenario that I've thought of and discussed, just better options than Killmonger. I'm not saying he's not a good option, it's just comparatively speaking, man, there seem to be better ones quite often. Yo, Capitalist Pig, dude, thank you very much for the super chat. Absolutely mad love to you, mate. Let's get you up there as our blubberiest whale of the day. My dude, you've been dropping a crazy amount of support. I really do appreciate it. I hate that Iron Fist Ultimate animation. It could be a little bit better. I think you can really tell in this game who are some of like the newer characters and the older ones from the animations. Like, I think that just becomes really obvious because some of the newer characters have some sick animations and some really awesome like finishing moves. Like, Ant-Man is, just in terms of a character, pretty crappy. I don't think Ant-Man is really that great. He's a bit of a disappointment. I think Ant-Man and Wasp, they're not the most like in need of an overhaul characters, but they could use a bit of a tune-up, you know, to make them a little bit more snazzy. I think they went just a little bit too low on both of those characters, and they turned out a little bit of a disappointment, in my opinion. So yeah, I'd love to see Ant-Man be quite a bit better, but his animations are sick, man, and he has some really cool pairing team-ups with Wasp as well. So yeah, I really like both of those characters together. It's just in terms of their effectiveness, they're just you know, there's not much need to upgrade either one of them in comparison to some other characters. Wasp has got some alright damage though. She ain't too bad in some scenarios. Who do we want to go for next? Okay, so let's go for the Quake. Actually, do we want to go for this team next? Yeah, I think. Okay, so we're gonna get Quake, Hawkeye, and Cable, and then let's get in. Where's my Korath? Korath just here, and then Hand Sentry as well. Miss Marvel has some awesome animations. I like her, like, what is it, beat down at the end, and also AoE bitch slap, man. That's definitely one of my favorites. As a beta player, you can definitely tell their budget has grown a lot since the early days. Certainly, man. I mean, they just financially speaking, this game has been doing increasingly well. Like, especially since they started making some better decisions. I still think they can make even better decisions, because I'm generally happier with a lot of the decisions they make, but I still think they make some pretty dumb decisions, just at least in my opinion. Which, how valid is my opinion? Who knows, boys. But I just think they could be doing a better job. They're doing a better job, but they could be doing a much better job, is maybe what I'm trying to say. My Loki stars, my Loki is currently 4 stars, my friend. Dude, has my Instagram gone wild after the giveaway? It has, John. I really wasn't expecting it, to be honest. But yeah, what I got? I got like, I think I've got about 4,200 entries on that Instagram contest. I was kind of barely expecting 1,000. But yeah, it's not even the biggest one I have, man. I've got a 10,000 unit giveaway that I'm going to do in a couple of days over the weekend as well. But I'm very happy about it because now my Instagram has grown from, what is it? It was just before I like went out to Comic-Con, it was like just above 4,000, and now it's about to hit 8,000, which is really, really awesome. And I really enjoy Instagram because, you know, when I went to school, they're really like fucking, I don't know if you remember this, guys. Back in school, you had like all the really, really hot girls that would post pictures on social media, and they get like a ton of likes, and you know, be sitting there with like your 2 mates playing World of Warcraft, looking like an ugly fudge. And like back in the day, man, I'd, you know, update a photo, I'd barely get 10 likes. If it was a good day, I get 10 likes. But now I can post photos of myself, like really fucking ugly photos, and they're getting like 10 times the likes all the fucking really hot girls in my year were getting. So basically, I've won the game of social attractiveness. So I'm a winner in my own very twisted regards. So at least I've got that, ladies and gentlemen. At least I've got that. Of a blue tick soon, mate. Oh, I wish. If I got that blue tick as well, that officially makes me the hottest girl in my year. So who knows, man? Who knows? What was it? Kraken? I don't know if Kraken sold his account, but he did rename to Ronin. I'm not too sure if it's him still playing, though, in all perfect honesty. But he's not putting up any videos, to the best of my knowledge. Right, let's go ahead and slow this side. Oh, actually, I probably should have slowed... Yeah, because Crossbones had ability block. I'm probably going to get detonated on. Can I get rid of that? It's worth a try. Okay, at least we managed to dodge the majority of that. But a bit of a misplay there. Okay, I'm going to go for the speed drain, actually. Get this Thanos down before his next turn. Hashtag make Seaton the hottest girl in his year. Jeffrey, I'm so glad I've got you on the old campaign there. Yo, what's up, Christopher Sample? Hope you're doing well today, mate. Should we just auto the rest of this? I think we'll get Captain America down and then we can auto it. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I don't think there's any threats that are coming out. But like a a fourth ability for everyone. It would be nice to see, definitely. Like, the more abilities, the better. So, you know, I wouldn't mind it. I think there might be special characters in the future that might have, like, a fourth ability, but who knows? I don't know if it's something that they're just going to stick to the free ability formula. But yes, we'll have to see in time. I think the user interface is kind of very much built for 3 abilities, and to be quite simplistic. I feel like the combat in this game, it's quite simple to learn, but I feel like there's a lot of what is it, decisions and strategy, and a lot about knowing of the timing and who has what abilities and when they're going to use them. So yeah, I think 3 abilities probably works best for the format of this game, for what they're trying to do. But I don't know, maybe there's going to be one, maybe at the end game one day, there's going to be a super secret or super rare, hard to unlock 4th ability. Who knows? Right, let's just finish off this Wolverine. Oh, thank you very much, Transcender Music. Do I have a girlfriend, Seaton? I certainly do, man. I certainly do. We've been together, what is it? Almost, I think officially for 3 and a bit months now, but we've been dating each other for almost 5 months. So yeah, it's been fantastic, man. I really missed her when I was in New York Comic Con because I'm a mushy piece of shit. Thoughts on the new Venom movie? It was alright. I went in with fairly low expectations. I enjoyed it. Wasn't too bad, but I am very much looking forward to the next one as well, man. It looks very interesting, but I hope the next one is like 21 rated. If they are going with what was teased at the end of this one. So yeah, we'll have to see what comes. Do I have Hawkeye's Dispel? No, I don't. Am I a little bit screwed here, potentially? Please get... Okay, that got already the offense up there. Don't think I played this one well at all. I should have gone full nuke on the crossbones for the start. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I'm going to rein this one back. Oh, man, mistakes were made. Right. Excuse me for a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to chuck on an auto fight. Just need to blow my nose, man. Still got a bit of a cold. Okay, 1 second. Alright, we are sorted. We're back, boys. We're back. Right, I'm so sorry about that. I've still got a little bit of post-New York Comic Con flu, which is Very annoying, man. Very annoying. Okay, so I think we have 3 teams left. So we have the kind of like Avengers one with Winter Soldier, which I'd really like to have a better option than Thor to bring in this team, because he's a lot bit dead weight, but Iron Man, Black Widow, Winter Soldier can pretty much carry Thor, so it's not huge. It's not a huge issue often. Let's go for this one. Star-Lord is stupid. What do you mean by that, Soda? To elaborate a little bit more. He's a stupidly good character, if that's what you're talking about. Do you want to nuke anyone down here, or just? I think we'll go for the area of effect nuke. Spread some damage. Right, I was kind of hoping for the chain on bleed there. The ultimate on Iron Man would have been a bit wasted there, so not too much point in doing that. Let's get Quake down and go for Deadpool next. Got the snipe on Spider-Man. Shoot Deadpool, go for Daredevil, and then we're sorted. Oh, Infinity War, not this game. Oh man. Yes, Star-Lord was didn't make the best decisions in Infinity War. Let's probably put it that way. It's incredibly frustrating to watch Infinity War back, because all of the time you're like, Star-Lord, well, not all of the time, but especially toward the end, you're like, Star-Lord, mate, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Oh, my goodness. It triggers me even just thinking about it now. Okay, so I'm going to use this punch on Gamora. Oh, actually, we can chuck the stun on Captain America. Got some good allocation there with the ability energy funnel from Captain America. Stun into Black Widow there. Let's go for the multi-shot. And now we can just auto-fight, in all honesty. Iron Man's got some sick single-target damage, man. He's such a slugger. What city team do I prefer in raids? I don't know, I've been playing about with a few different characters. I think I like Iron Fist Daredevil, Spider-Man Kamala Khan, and Night Nurse is one of my favourites to play, but I'm not really taking the city path at the moment. That's kind of got a really good sustainable level, but my Luke Cage as well isn't fully upgraded, but Kamala I just like because she acts really well as a tank, but also she pumps out the damage as well and makes everything go substantially faster than Luke Cage does. Whereas sometimes I find, you know, Luke Cage can be a little bit too slow, or if you don't start with the right abilities off cooldown, he's not really as effective some of the time. Oh man. The Thor turns are always just so incredibly disappointing. Okay, so the next turn, Gamora's going to die from bleed, so we just need to worry about getting that Black Widow down. Sorry, the Quake down. Okay, yeah, this one's pretty much in the bag. Let's just turn on auto fight, and then we're done. Nick Fury video a little bit later. But yeah, I've got all the, what is it, cream minions for Nick Fury today, but I've heard, well, I saw on Reddit, because they didn't rebalance the Nick Fury missions, that quite a few people have been having a bit of difficulty today, so we're gonna see what's up. Do bleeds ignore defense up? I actually, you know what, I don't know the answer to that question, for sure. I think they do, but I'm not entirely sure, if I'm completely honest, my friend. I know who would know the answer to that. Casino, probably. So yeah, I don't know if it's ever been discussed, or if anybody in chat does have the answer to the question of do bleeds ignore defense up. I'm going all out to get a 7-star Fury team. You think the grind is worth it? At the moment it looks worth it, but I haven't personally played around with Nick Fury, so I can't say for certain if it's worth it. But he seems really, really good, man, and the regeneration on that team looks absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, it seems worth it. But again, I don't really feel like I'm in the position to say for sure. Oh, we could get wrecked here. Oh man, we've got lots of big threats come in. Hopefully this chains onto a second boomer. Okay, we're gonna have to take... Oh, we didn't... Oh, okay, we didn't take Quake's ultimate this turn. Because we had... I think we stunned her last turn. Should have probably stunned the Captain America, though. Could have cleaned stuff up a little bit better. But hey, it still turned out in the end. We won, and that's alright. Oh, thank you very much, Jacob. Gold is... you don't want to use gold for buying items at the moment. You just want to use it for trading up characters. Because literally getting, like, 1 level on a character can be the equivalent to, like, a full gear set. If it's, like, level 65 and above, it's honestly so insane, man. So, yeah, just focus on getting your characters leveled up as much as you can. What happens first, regen or bleed? I think the bleed happens first before the regen. I actually don't... That's another one where I'm not 100% sure of the answer to it, though. But if anybody does have the 100% confirmed answer, do let us know in chat. I'm always very keen to learn. Who's the best dodger in game, Spider-Man or Vision? I think Spider-Man has a bit of a higher chance, but he also generates speed. But yeah, they're both very useful characters depending on the scenario. But I feel like Spider-Man always dodges more when you fight than Vision. Right, hopefully this goes back to Crossbones. Oh no, it's the worst. Okay, well we got him down with Kamala, that's alright there. Let's target Quake if we can now. Just to line up a sick turn. So I think we're going to go in for Black Panther here. Just for the ultimate. Second one should get Quake down. Oh, so close! Damn it. Right, not quite on that one, unfortunately. Right, sorted. We want Venom. Venom is in the game, man. He's in the... He was added this month. And we've already played him on live stream quite a bit. In case you missed it. Yeah, Jacob. I'd continue to focus on leveling up, man, instead of buying the gear. But it's good to buy like 3 pieces of like cheap gear every day for the supply purchase. Just, you know, get those power cores up a little bit. Man, I love this team for speed clearing. Just does everything so quickly. Yeah, Black Panther still gets the turn meter if Kamala gets the kill with the assist, because his one is based off passive, so it's like if you kill somebody this turn, he gets the turn meter, whereas Gamora's works different. It's like if you kill somebody with this attack, so that's the difference between the two of them there, just as a bit of a heads up. Anyway, let's just burn some energy quickly. Did I want to farm one more Iron Fist? And I think I got some Punisher to do as well. Right, I don't want to rank up anybody yet today, just in case I need the gold to like beef up my Kree minions a bit more, so I'll farm a little bit of Bullseye here. We need to get him up to 7-star eventually, so that isn't too much of an issue. I'm just trying to save my gold, because again, if I like... can't do the Kree minion thing for Nick Fury, then I might need to level up some Kree minions just a little bit more in order to get him unlocked, and that is obviously the priority while we have this event going on. Do I think Mystique will be Black Widow for Brotherhood? Maybe. I think that's one of the things that a lot of the other teams comparatively need to contend with, is the speed of the Avengers team, which is so ridiculous. The combo of Black Widow and Quake is just so incredibly insane, because, you know, it's like the equivalent ish once you've got everything running of having everybody stunned for one turn. Because, you know, you're gaining speed 50% faster, the opponent's gaining speed 50% slower. So it's kind of the equivalent of like every other turn having a stun on the opponent. So yeah, it's really, really good. And you can see like just how powerful and effective that becomes in the Dark Dimension, where you can control the fights quite a bit more. But yeah, it's just going to need something insane to be able to compete with that team setup. Barely got my Fury of Valkyrie at level 60. Oh man, right. My Kree are nowhere near that upgraded, so I am a little bit worried about that one. What's that? CR7, you wanted me to have a look at Mystic. What is it? 2-8. Let's see if I can very quickly do it. If I have the resources, which is, that's the one with the Hydra Rifle Troopers, right? Right, I'll go for it very quickly, just for you, my friend. Who do we want to use here? Let's get out some of that. The less snazzy characters. So definitely, I assume if your problem is staying alive, try and place Thanos next to, Mordo here. Who else do we want? Iron Fist, Black Panther, maybe actually that's Scarlet Witch. Yeah, Scarlet Witch, because then we can extend the stuff by an additional turn. If I love Vision, do you like Scarlet Witch because of the assistance? I prefer Vision and tech teams. I think there's not much of a use to use them together. It doesn't make a huge amount of sense a lot of the time. Right, Mordo, blind. Let's get the Grenadier down now. Let's offense down the Grenadier. Let's rebalance. Do we want to actually? Let's extend the turn. Don't need to rebalance the health just yet. Get some smoke bombs up. We got some evade on those as well. Right, everything has missed. Save Yondu's ultimate for another turn. We'll use this opportunity to rebalance the health, get those minions topped up. And then we got the triple rifle trooper now. Right. Let's try and nuke one of these down if we can. Oh man, there are a lot of rifle troopers, eh? I can see why you are having maybe a little bit of an issue with this. We do have a Hawkeye though. Okay, I guess we have no choice but to fire the blind off. And we got terrible luck. Oh mate, that was abysmal. Alright, let's fire off the heal block. Why not? I'm going to save the blind for another turn. Let's use the Yakka arrow. Start dealing some damage here. I can definitely see why you might be having issue on this one though. Doesn't seem too much of a surprise. I swear I don't remember this many rifle troopers the first time I did it. It's a crazy amount, man. Whoa. Okay, hopefully this lands on some, what was it? I just got to get the Grenadier down. It's blooming close though, mate. Let's get everybody topped up with Strange. Ultimate on Mordo. Let's get this Grenadier down if we can. I think he's the only kind of like, what is it, area threat. Let's blind Nick Fury if we can. And there we go. Whew, yeah, I don't remember there being that many rifle troopers, but I think the secret is just Hand Sentry and Scarlet Witch if you can. But at the exact same time, you need to save the blind on Hawkeye and hope it lands on as many rifle troopers as possible. but with that run, we didn't have it land on, like, any rifle troopers at all. That's a thing that was maybe in our detriment there. But yeah, I don't know if that was useful or not. I'm hoping Sabretooth has a Synergy Wolf Wolverine. It's Sabretooth confirmed, man. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's just one of those things, man. You just got to keep gearing up, keep on trying, and hopefully you can get a little bit lucky with trying in the future. But, yeah, some rubbish luck that we had on the Hawkeye there. Don't know how many bad turns you've had with Hawkeye. I can see it being quite straightforward if you do get lucky with all the Hawkeye blinds firing off onto at least half the rifle troopers there. Yeah, I don't know why they recently buffed it though, because I honestly don't remember it being anywhere near that much of a pain in the ass when I did it. Right, we got the assist there, additional turn. Let's go for Quake here. Put a sick one. We should be able to actually get Quake down with, yeah, hoping this goes back to, that's annoying, because we had the Black Panther turn there, so I was hoping it would chain onto, like, Night Nurse or Thanos there. Start getting them down a bit. Oh, but it's all good. At this point, it's pretty much won. MCOC live today or tomorrow. A little bit later this afternoon, man. 100% epic. Want to smash that out. So yeah, I want to do a Nick Fury video, get him unlocked, do day 2 of the Dark Dimension, and then MCOC all afternoon. Is the plan after that, my friend. Right, let's go for the final burst tech team. So let's get Vision in the middle, and then we've got Crossbones, and then we have Rocket, and then we have Star-Lord, and then we have Merc Lieutenant, who's all the way down the bottom. And this is by far the best team in the absolute entire game. And if you don't believe me, you just gotta sit back and watch. Hey, what is up, XG Krampus? Thank you very much for the incredibly kind words, my friend. Dude, welcome to the live stream. How you doing? Well, let's apply the blind to Gamora here. Ability block Captain America, just prevent that defense up from going on. And then use the explosion. What do we have coming up next turn? Is it Vision or Rocket? Could be either one. Use the ultimate here. Get rid of everything. Boosh! Oh, what a beautiful team. I love it, man. Yeah, I don't really understand it, man. I think they posted on their dev diary that from now onward, again, I don't remember if this was exactly it, but I think from now onward they're making sure to like lock in content and keep it frozen. So if they do make changes to characters, that won't affect like previous content. But yeah, I'm not really too sure why they decided to put in even more rifle troopers there, because I don't believe I remember that on the initial run through. I might be incorrect. Is Groot buffed yet? No, he's still rubbish, mate. He's still rubbish. Oh no, I forgot to use the blind there. Ah, nah. Cock this one up a little bit. So I used to default going for that Star-Lord ultimate whenever I see it. Oh, it's alright, that was a crazy turn. Oh man, so much damage on Rocket. It's great. Okay, we can just auto-fight the rest. You're so good at Blitz. It's just kind of building some good teams, man, and having a strategy across all your top characters. I've already DM'd people. I haven't DM'd anybody yet. I'm gonna do it a little bit later this afternoon while I've got some videos rendering. I've got all the Marvel Insider codes. Gonna randomly draw 100 people and just rapid fire DM those codes. So they haven't been given away yet, my friends. Just so you know, there is still a little bit of hope going on there. But I had a crazy amount of entries to the competition. Like, we've got over 4,000 and a bit. So yeah, ridiculous. I think I have probably about 150, 200 codes to give away. But obviously that means there are going to be about 3,000 people that unfortunately are a little bit disappointed. So I do apologise. If I tried to snag as many as I could, but it's bloody difficult to ninja those this year. They're keeping such a close eye on the table. But we still managed to get as many as we could. Right, we got the explosion. I need to play this team better, man. I've been making some misplays on the first turn. But this one, to a certain extent, it's just got such a crazy amount of firepower that you can just press whatever and stuff will die. Am I going to do a top 10 characters for September 2018? I might do a top 10 characters for October 2018, but I believe September has passed. Ooh, okay. Best of luck, Capitalist Big Man. Thank you very much for stopping by and showing some of the love today. Certainly do appreciate it. Right, let's go and apply the blind here. And we are going to just throw in the punch of vision. Speed up, offense up, detonate. Horde wiped. The game has been won. Oh man. Starlord is getting such selfish ability gains. Ooh, beautiful, mate. Absolutely beautiful. Have we got one more match for this team, or we all done? I think we might be all done with it now. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly open some Blitz orbs, actually, just see what we get. Hopefully as much Ant-Man as possible. We've got about 10 of these to open. Bit of Batman there. Just because, what is it? Pretty much every other character is at 7-star apart from Ant-Man. And maybe one day Ant-Man is going to be a little bit better than he is. So I'm holding out hope for that. I'd be interested to get their current thoughts on Ant-Man, though. I just feel like he's a character that... He's not, like, too far away from being really good. They just need to make, like, a few tweaks to some of his abilities. I don't know, actually, what... Oh my god. Look at that, mate. That level 7's crap. I was like, maybe they've made him super insane in terms of the epic abilities. That's so shit, man. That is so shit. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that level 7, man. That's embarrassing. I feel like Ant-Man really has just had no like thought put into him at all. It's definitely the feeling I get. 30% damage as well. Yeah, it's just rubbish, man. Oh, my goodness, embarrassing character. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hashtag buff Ant-Man, please. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy today's stream, feel free to smash that like button. Aside from that, take care, and I hope that you all have an absolutely fantastic day.